The Salesforce Einstein system is still logging your behavioral data right now, and CNIL can't stop it. Right now, every time a sales rep at a Fortune 500 company opens your customer record, Einstein's telemetry layer fires a persistent identifier back to Salesforce's servers. The CNIL ordered them to stop. They didn't, and the mechanism that protects it is perfectly legal. Salesforce Einstein is the AI layer built into the world's largest CRM platform. The official story is prediction and automation. Einstein watches your customers, learns their patterns, tells your sales team when to call, what to pitch, and how likely they are to close. It's marketed as a business intelligence tool. It runs inside corporate software. Most people assume it never touches them directly. That assumption is wrong. Einstein does not just analyze your company's data. It synthesizes behavioral profiles across every Salesforce customer simultaneously, across industries, across borders, across regulatory jurisdictions. The data feeding it doesn't disappear after the prediction is made. It gets logged, and those logs are the part Salesforce never fully disclosed. Here's what Einstein is actually doing. Every interaction inside a Salesforce org, every email opened, every lead scored, every support ticket filed, generates a telemetry event. That event carries a persistent identifier tied not just to the business record, but to the underlying individual. Your name, your email, your purchase pattern, your complaint history. Salesforce calls this the Einstein activity capture. What they don't advertise is that the activity capture syncs a mirror copy of that data to Salesforce's own infrastructure. Not your company's servers, not your company's storage, Salesforce's. The company whose product your employer bought gets a parallel copy of everything Einstein touches. That copy feeds model training. It feeds product telemetry. It feeds what Salesforce internally calls the Customer 360 Graph, a cross-client behavioral network that links behavioral signals across accounts, industries, and geographies without ever asking you. You never signed a consent form. You never had the option to opt out. The data just moves. In 2023, France's Commission nationale de l'informatique et des libertés, the CNIL, opened a formal inquiry into Salesforce's data practices under GDPR Article 5. The issue was exactly this: whether behavioral data collected through Einstein activity capture was being processed beyond its stated purpose. The CNIL has authority to fine companies up to 4% of global annual revenue. For Salesforce, that's north of $1 billion. They sent formal requests, they received responses, and then nothing happened. No fine issued, no enforcement notice, no mandated deletion. The inquiry stalled, Salesforce continued operating, the activity capture telemetry continued syncing. And the CNIL, the agency specifically designed to enforce this law, moved on to other cases. The system kept running. Here is the mechanism that makes it untouchable. Salesforce does not store your data under your name. Einstein operates on tokenized identifiers, pseudonymized handles that map back to real individuals only inside Salesforce's internal resolution layer. When the CNIL requests data linked to a specific person, Salesforce can truthfully respond. That identifier doesn't exist in our logs. What exists is a token, and tokens under current GDPR guidance occupy a legal gray zone. Pseudonymization is supposed to still require consent, but the enforcement burden shifts. The CNIL must prove the token can be re-identified. Salesforce controls the resolution layer. Salesforce decides what is and isn't reversible. The regulator is asking for keys from the locksmith. Beyond that, Salesforce routes Einstein's data infrastructure through its Hyperforce architecture, multi-cloud, multi-region, distributed across Azure and Google Cloud simultaneously. Jurisdiction becomes a maze. The CNIL has authority over French territory. The logs are replicated across Frankfurt, Dublin, Sydney, and Virginia in the same telemetry handshake. By the time the regulator identifies the relevant data shard, it's already been replicated 3 times across 3 different legal regimes. And it's still running, right now, on every Salesforce org in every country, in every industry that bought the platform. What does this mean for you specifically? If you have ever filed a customer service complaint with a company running Salesforce, and that is most major airlines, banks, telecoms, and retailers, your behavioral record exists inside the Customer 360 Graph. Your complaint frequency, your resolution history, your estimated lifetime value, your likelihood to churn. That profile was built without your consent, fed by telemetry you never agreed to, and it is actively shaping how companies treat you right now. When a company decides how long to put you on hold, whether to approve your refund, which offer to extend, Einstein scores are feeding that decision. And the score is built on data you have no right to see, no right to correct, and no mechanism to delete. The CNIL already tried. The mechanism survived. So here is the question nobody is asking loudly enough. Salesforce generated over $34 billion in revenue last year. A meaningful portion of that value derives from behavioral intelligence that Einstein extracts from logs it can legally deny holding. The CNIL investigated and walked away. No other regulator has gotten closer, which means someone somewhere decided this system was more valuable running than stopped. The only question left is, who gave that order and what are they building next with your data?